With a smart design, premium fabrics, and a simple shopping experience, Mack Weldon underwear is definitely better than whatever you're currently wearing. In addition to looking and feeling great, all Mack Weldon products are crafted with natural fibers that have built-in performance capabilities, so they work hard too. They even have a line of silver underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial, which means they eliminate odor. All that, and they're shipped right to your door. If you don't like your first pair, you can keep it, and they will still refund you, no questions asked. Go to MackWeldon.com and get 20% off your purchase using the promo code PFT. Welcome! Maybe you made a little sound. Welcome, little sound makers. Did you know that you are beloved of God? Yea, it is said that he looks upon ye and your little sounds. And he smiles. Ooh, does God smile? Have we ever discussed this? Here's what we know about God. Some stuff he really likes, some stuff he does not like at all. But we never get his reactions to stuff. Like when he sees the things that he likes, because he's seeing things that he likes and doesn't like at the same time. All the things that are happening on Earth, right? And other planets, if you're into that sort of thing. Are people fucking up on the other planets? Or they got it down? For the purposes of our discussion, we'll just stick to Earth. So God is seeing things he likes, people helping the poor. He's also saying things he doesn't like, people being poor. He's not blaming the victim, but he's like, this shouldn't be happening still. Even though Jesus said the poor will always be with us. Well, what's the point then? A lot of mixed messages. Hey, there's always going to be poor people. Okay, then do we care about them or not? They're just always here. Nothing we can do. This is like some Yoda do or do not, there is no try bullshit. Anyway, I guess God just has to keep some kind of weird neutral expression all the time. Because things are good, things are bad. And there you have the facts of life. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. We can't afford. But tribute to the late great Ellen Thicke. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where we invite a special guest or guests onto the program to have a free-form conversation with me inspired by a blind question from our previous episode's guest. Then I invite some improviser pals to join me in a narrative improv that is one continuous story as opposed to unconnected scenes, perhaps utilizing details gleaned from the conversation with the aforementioned special guests, inspired by a location provided by you, the listener. And it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. That's what he sounds like. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to have two return guests in the studio. They've both been on the show before. It's their first time here together. They have a movie coming out in just a few days called, and this might be scary to some people, The Big Sick. Hypochondriacs, take it easy. Just hearing that title doesn't do anything to you. Get off WebMD. Get back to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to Spontaneanation, Emily V. Gordon and Kumail Nanjiani.
Hey,
hello,
thank
hello.
you. I do want to warn, though, that we did develop technology where watching our movie will give you a very benign strain of chlamydia. Very benign, few days in and out, just to sort of see what we're going through in the movie.
So you can use that if you're dating someone and they come at you with some test results.
I just saw The Big Sick.
It's just
not
the movie,
me.
baby. I'm sorry.
But they'll know when it persists that you were lying about seeing the film.
I want to stress it is particularly benign. It's real.
Like, is
As
it a
opposed to
benefit somehow?
cancerous. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, it is not a benefit.
It's not a benefit.
And I will say that if you're already super sick, this might be the thing that'll push you over the edge. However, if you're fairly healthy, this is just gonna like give you a couple weird days.
You should probably not be going to see a movie in the theater if you're super sick, though. You know,
You
what I mean?
probably shouldn't.
Just for other people.
What is this, Outbreak? Remember? Where we saw the sneeze travel around? Right? Was that movie?
Yeah, I feel like it. That was the original title of it.
Guys,
The
tell me.
sneeze that travels around.
It was called The Sneeze That Travels Around.
Yeah. The tagline was, watch the sneeze. God bless. Nobody was the
God bless nobody. Guys, so the movie comes out June 23rd, which is just a couple days from now. Briefly, tell us about the movie and how you came to make it.
The movie is a very, the story of kind of how we started dating, how we met and started dating. It's the story of the early days of our relationship, which was real twisty-turny for a few reasons.
We can tell them what
Yeah,
happened.
right?
So this is true. It is a comedy, but
It's a comedy. Just we have to keep
It's going to
saying that.
sound very serious.
Yes.
Right.
When Emily and I were first dating, we were dating a few months. Emily got really sick. And this is true, and was in a coma for 8 days.
Yes, but at the same time, Kumail's parents were also pressuring him into getting arranged married.
So
That's
then,
what we're dealing with.
and so
Wow.
the bulk of the movie is a lot of the movie, and it does show us meeting and with my parents and stuff. But in real life, her parents came, and then me and her parents hung out for like a couple weeks without Emily. You know when you have like connector friends where you're like, oh, hang out without this person is awkward. So
Yeah.
that's what it was.
in-laws.
Like.
Yeah.
Imagine if it's in-laws.
Well,
that
there
you
weren't
don't know.
in-laws then. They were just
What do you call in-laws for someone you're dating? That's still something.
they're just people.
That's in.
They're just people.
They're just people.
I was hanging out with these two just people,
Yeah.
and so the movie's sort of about that. But it is a comedy, I swear. It
It's
sounds
very,
serious.
very funny, but it is basically like a romantic comedy that also is about having to deal with people's families and the fact that families are kind of when you're dating someone, you are dating their families. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the experience of how do you negotiate your own culture in a country where there's a completely different culture. It's all that stuff.
It's a comedy.
But it's a comedy.
But it's getting wonderful reviews, and I am very much looking forward to seeing it. Very quickly before we move on to the question, being in a coma, is it as great as it sounds?
So restful.
Because when you said 8 days, I was like, that sounds
Wouldn't it be so great just to have just a quick break?
I will say that when she came out, she wasn't sleeping very much.
I didn't sleep probably for about 4 days after I came out of the coma.
Wow.
And I would try to sleep, and then I was like, I've been asleep for so long. Let's just chill out and be awake and not beat ourselves up about not being able to sleep. So I was still in the hospital, and they would, they wake you up like every hour for stuff. And I was just like, I'm just going to lean into this shit and watch late night TV.
Because
There's nothing else I can do here.
yeah, because like she is still in the hospital. It's not like you're up from the coma. All right, here's your Uber. Time to go.
Which it's always in movies. It really bugs me in movies, like Kill Bill specifically. She like wakes up out of this like multi-year coma.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, and then is like, wiggle your left big toe, and I was like, bitch, no, that is not what happens.
You're on notice, the movie Kill Bill.
Yeah, I wanna say I disagree with Emily, and I do. We have seen that
both
movie.
love Kill Bill. I'm not gonna.
Full
Not going in on
the
Quentin
truth.
today.
All jokes aside, guys. Emily and Kumail, I have a question for you. This comes to us from Allison Brie, last week's guest.
Ooh.
That question is, and now guys, it's a bit saucy.
Okay.
When did you first learn what sex was and how? And the word sex, just so you know, is capitalized and underlined.
Oh,
so she's
that
serious
kind of
about
sex.
this.
That sex. That lowercase sex is a very different thing.
Not gender.
I learned at a slumber party with there was a Def Leppard video for a song called Love Bites that my sister wouldn't let me watch.
Bites.
Yeah, because the video was very like saucy, and my sister, I was like, why do you care? Just let me watch the video. And then we had a neighbor come over and have a sleepover with us, and we looked up sex in the dictionary. And then we looked it up in the encyclopedia.
Unexciting. You guys, did you get all hot and bothered?
Yes, we did. Most
How
likely,
old were you? I'm sorry.
I was probably like 7. And I most likely tried to masturbate for the first time that night. But that's another story, and you didn't ask
It seems like it's the same story. It does not seem like another story.
But how were you? Were you led there from the encyclopedia, perhaps?
Yeah.
It seems like the encyclopedia would probably have more.
Yeah. There were other articles that were cited that I could look up.
Right.
And so we did, and then we read them out loud to each other. And just a real weird thing to do. That was mine. What about you?
But when you first read it, I'll tell you, I do remember the first time. But when you first read it, was it like, oh, this is hot and heavy, or was it like this is a thing that adults do, and it seems kind of boring?
The first time that I realized that it might be like an enjoyable thing, because I do think the previous summer, perhaps a cousin had told me when a guy pees in your belly button, it makes a baby, and so I was like, that's gross. If that's what sex is, no, thank you. But this was the first time that I was like, yeah, I could get into that. That makes sense to me.
I love how, because I've heard so many variations on that, how little kids get it so close. It's like the same neighborhood.
Well, you know what? I think it's like if you watch like old Cinemax softcore, the way they're doing it doesn't quite align right. You know, sometimes it feels like, oh, why is his penis in her belly button?
It's like literally the guy's like humping her rib cage for the most part, and you're like, whoa, what is?
Everyone's always their upper halves are always perfectly aligned.
Yes.
So it's always face to face.
Right.
And it's like, how often in nature does that really happen?
That's where it's going to be a tall girl.
Where you
a tall girl.
Where you luck out.
You luck out. Where it's not like, this is hurting my neck to try to maintain intimacy with you so I can see your fucking face. All right, look, I get mad about sex sometimes. Kumail, what was your thing? How did you find out?
It's similar to the other story you just told, which is I was in, I won't mention the country, but I was in another,
You're trying to protect the anonymity of the country.
What will happen is if I mention the country, then my cousin will know. They'll know which cousin I'm talking about. Everyone will know because this was the only one that lived in this country. But there was a cousin that I didn't really get along with. He was kind of a bully. He was much bigger than me. And he was always like, 2 years older than
so
us.
now they have no idea which cousin.
Yeah, that's right. That was the most specific. Everyone knows who it is. Oh my God. But he, he was much better at me than table tennis and would rub it in my face. And he was the only one who had a table tennis table.
We'll call him Mr. X.
Yes. I was at his house and he came to my room and he closed the door and he literally sat down across from me and was like, "Do you know how to fuck?" This is what he said. And I was like,
bro, do you know how to fuck?
And you were like, of course.
I was like, I remember immediately my heart was like, boom. I was like, no, I didn't know that was a thing you could do. I heard the word, but I didn't know that it meant anything other than you're a bad person.
Do you think if he'd said anything to you, if he came in and was like, "Do you know how to collate?" that you would have been like, oh my God, I should know how to collate.
This is when we find.
Do you think the word fuck is just inherently has like a to it?
Well, I knew it was a bad word and I wasn't supposed to say it. And I hadn't heard anybody say it. So like, in such a blasé way in front of me. Or actually not blasé, the opposite, like very aggressive, very confident. Because we would swear in front of our, we would be like, man, fuck that guy, you know? But he was like, "Do you know how to fuck?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "I'm going to tell you." And then he had clearly seen a porno or something because he described to me I remember my ears getting hot as he was telling me this. And I remember feeling very embarrassed. And he was like, the man takes his penis and the girl doesn't have a penis. There's something else there. And he puts it into that thing.
Something else there.
He puts it into something else.
No one knows what it is.
Well, for me, that mystery sustained itself for a very long time.
Sure.
There's something else.
Something else.
It's unknowable. It's magical. Full of wonder.
Because you're definitely more likely to see your dad's penis than your mom's vagina, I'd say, growing up. Not you personally, I mean anyone.
I mean, I don't think I've seen my dad's penis and I've never seen I don't want to even say it.
I've never seen it either, now that I think about it. But anyway.
But yeah, so that's what I was told. And then it wasn't for another like, oh no. And then he kind of like gave me a tape and was like, "You should watch this." And then I watched it.
And that was Last Action Hero, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Unrelated. He just loved Last Action Hero. Completely unrelated. But yeah, and I watched it, and I kind of watched it, and I remember my first thing in my head was, I remember thinking I'd seen someone use like a bicycle pump before, and I was like, "Oh, looks like somebody using a bicycle pump," because it was that motion of back and forth
He's doing the motion now.
that I'd only seen with a bicycle pump. I was like, "Oh, he's trying to inflate her right now."
Okay. That explains
I was
things.
like, "It's no." Explain something.
Yeah.
My earliest memory of it was, I forget what grade I was in. I was raised Catholic, and so there was not a lot of sex talk in our house, despite all the goddamn kids that were all over the place. And my mother one day said to me, what was I in, like 5th grade, 6th grade, something like that, said, I want you to watch this television special. And then she turned on the TV and she left the room. And the special was literally just teaching you what sex was.
Mm-hmm.
It was kids. What was funny was it was kids in school who are being taught what sex is. And you're watching these kids learning what sex is. And that's how I learned what sex
That's
is.
so removed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really crazy.
Kind of voyeuristic if you think about it.
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm going to say this. Why are we... What's the big deal with sex education? And I don't mean we should do it. I'm like, why do we do it? You're going to figure it out at some point. Cats figure it out. You'll figure it out. Why do we have to have a video where they're like, the man does this to the woman?
I'm just gonna
Leave
say,
it.
I'm just going to say I do not co-sign this.
Fucking leave it. We'll figure... Some cousin will tell us. Something will happen.
This is why herpes is rampant in high schools.
If they don't know what sex is, they're not going to be having sex and they won't get herpes. This is going a weird direction.
We have to take a break very, very shortly, but let me ask you quickly before you go to the break. Did either of you grow up with the concept of a stash of pornography in the woods?
The concept, yes, never found it, but
Right.
I'd heard tell of many people finding them, and I lived deep in the woods, but could never find any porn. I looked.
Right.
Also, we found a stash in our house. It was fine. I didn't need to go in the woods.
Well, that's the weird thing. When you find a stash in your house, you're like, Dad? I thought you were a good guy.
A good guy.
What happened with you? Did you have a...
No, I'd heard tell of it,
Yeah.
but never came
It's
across
always under
it.
a rock, right? Yeah.
Found my dad's like Playboys or whatever one day, and it was weird.
Super
Yeah.
It was very weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. Same cousin also showed me a magazine he had. I don't know if it was Penthouse or Playboy. I think it might have been Penthouse. But it was the first naked, fully woman that I saw in detail was Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams had a very
For Miss America, Vanessa Williams.
Yeah, and
That's why you love her music so
very
much.
talented.
You really do.
I don't think that has anything to do with it. Anyway, I do love that Pocahontas song.
You love several of her songs. Paint with All the Colors of the Wind. You also love
Save the best for last.
We'll never have another married couple on again. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a break. Thank you so much, Emily and Kumail. The Big Sick will be available in select theaters or nationwide?
Select theaters June 23rd, nationwide July 14th.
Guys, there you go. So let's say you don't live in some fucking art house town. July 11th, you get to see it.
14th.
For the 14th. For the regular people. July 11th, of course, that's when I have a screening in my home for my Coastal Elites. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a break. During the break, listen to the ad. Today's show is sponsored by our old pals Audible. Welcome back, Audible. Audible, they do audio books. Audible has the best audiobook performances, the largest library, and the most exclusive content, and they got everything. Performed by cool people. Like, let's say, something I tried recently, Sherlock Holmes, narrated by Stephen Fry, right? Sherlock Holmes there's all these different Sherlock Holmes novels. I'd never read any, right? And then I saw that they had Stephen Fry, great actor with a beautiful voice, who's narrating these books. I was all over it, and it was delightful. There's a lot of stuff like that. There's new books, old books. That's it. Those are the only two kind of books, new and old. I mean, there's also books that haven't been written yet. Audible does not carry those. All right, here's what you do. You got to commute. You got stuff to do around the house. An audiobook is a great way to pass the time and be engaged in something fun. Start a 30-day trial and get your first Audible book for free. Learn more at audible.com/POF. PFT. You help yourself out. You help the show out. That is audible.com/PFT. Audible. They do books that you can listen to. Indochino gang. Indochino, you've heard me talk about them before. Well, I'm talking about them again. A suit that is made to measure for you. It's going to look so much better than a generic off-the-rack suit. Hey, look, it's great that there's the rack. That's great that that's there. But if you know you got a few weeks to spare, why not get one made to measure? Every guy looks better in a suit. Some women like to wear suits too. How do you like that? Suits are cool. If you're into suits, suits are cool. You might not even be into suits. You might be able to appreciate a suit on someone else. This world is a great place sometimes. Indochino is making it easy to get a perfectly tailored suit at an incredible price. You can choose from hundreds of top quality fabrics. Personalize your suit just the way you want, whether it's for work, a wedding, another special occasion. Probably wedding. Let's be serious. Weddings come up. You got friends, they get married. They want you to look nice, not like a bum. Why not get a nice suit that's made to fit you? You're going to look even better than those off-the-rackers. Indochino has suited up hundreds of thousands of men, and they are now the largest made-to-measure menswear brand in the world. Planet Earth. Visit Indochino.com, or you drop by one of their 9 North American showrooms. You pick from hundreds of fabrics and patterns. You choose your customizations from lapels to pleats, jacket linings, and more. Submit your body measurements. Then you kick back, relax. These are part of the steps too. And you get ready to step into the best, most stylish suit you've ever worn in just 4 weeks. Come on. Plan ahead. Be happy. This week, my listeners can get any premium Indochino suit for just $379. Nothing. That is nothing for a suit. At Indochino.com when entering PFT at checkout. That is a 50% off bargain. That's 50% off the regular price for a made-to-measure premium suit. Plus, shipping is free. Bingo! That is Indochino.com. Promo code PFT for any premium suit for just $379 and free shipping. You will never have to worry about badly fitting suits or inexpensive trips to the tailor again. Indochino, get ready to look like $1,000,000. What a fun ad. Emily and Kumail are gone. But now, it is time to meet our friends from the world of Make Pretends. Seated right next to me, this guy is one of my co-stars on Bajillion Dollar Properties, which you can see right now, seasons 1, 2, and 3, CISO.com. Please welcome back to Spontaneous Nation, Dan Ahdoot.
Thank you, Paul. And everyone clapping at home, we will pause.
We always do.
Okay, they're probably wrapping it up.
Please take your seats. Listeners, anyone who has pulled their car over to get out and give Stan a danding ovation. Dan, you were just in France.
I was.
Were you solely in Paris, or did you travel around to other places?
You know, I was in Paris for 2 weeks. I took one long afternoon, went to Geneva to meet my father for lunch, for pastries, and for dinner.
Okay, so you hadn't met before.
Yes, this was not, that would be a great first meeting of your dad if you never met him. Lunch, pastries, and dinner.
Could be a lot worse.
Yeah, in Geneva.
And your dad is very adorable. I saw him on an Instagram video.
Yes. Oh, he gave you a shout out.
He did give me a shout out.
Yeah.
I was wrongfully accused of correcting your grammar.
Yeah.
When it was our castmate Tim Baltz who was doing so.
Yes.
On an extensive text thread.
Well, I wrote stumbled upon, and I thought maybe it was stumbled on and not stumbled upon, and that's what you were. You know, you're one of the smarter people I know.
Ooh, that's sad.
So usually when you give me a quip, A lot of times I don't really even know what it is, so I assume
Right.
it's about my verbiage, my grammar.
Right. It was because you made a typo in a story.
Yes, an Instagram
story about finding this amazing children's choir. But you'd also been posting a lot about drinking wine.
I was very drunk when I posted that. I was literally drinking a bottle and a half of wine a day.
Oh, that sounds
No, it was great. I mean, like, just, not like sit there alone with my bottle and, scream at people. It was like, at lunch I'd have 2 glasses of white wine. Yeah. In the afternoon I'd have 2 glasses of rosé.
Sure.
And then with dinner I'd have a bottle of red wine. And then I'd cry by Notre Dame.
Sure. Because you've thought of that poor hunchback.
Yeah.
So lonely.
Yeah.
So lonely. Well, welcome back to America.
Thanks for having me.
Tell your dad I say hi.
I will.
You get what I mean?
I promise. I will say, and I will say it grammatically correctly.
Dan, I'm not even looking at you anymore.
Sorry.
I'm looking across the table from myself at this person. Welcome back to the show, Tawny Newsome!
Thank you so much.
Tawny, welcome back.
I am not just back from Paris.
But you've been there.
I've been there. I loved it. I had a great time. Why are you so mad at me?
No one's saying you didn't love it.
I feel challenged. I loved it. It loved me back.
How much wine did you drink when you were there?
Probably not as much as Dan, because I was traveling with my husband and he doesn't drink so much. So sometimes I feel, even though he's not judging me, you know how when you get drunk, you're like, everybody's judging me.
Yes, I do.
So I would cut it back because I'm like, he's just sitting there with his soda water. He hates me. And he was like, I don't care. You're very funny.
Have you? That's very nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever been part of a children's choir?
I mean, I was a child. I did sneak my way into a choir.
How does one do that?
Okay, so there was a production at my school, which was like one of those, we didn't actually get the rights to a production, so what we're going to do is have like a narrator and a choir.
Yeah.
And so we're going to stand here at podiums.
That's right.
But I didn't sign up for it for some reason. And then like halfway through, they were like in their little tech week. I just showed up and I stood on the risers next to a girl who was my friend. And I was like, there's so many fucking kids here. They're not going to know that I wasn't in this. And the choir teacher like singled me out and was like, have you been to rehearsals? I was like, yeah. She's like, how many rehearsals? And I knew I had to have been to at least 3. So I was like, 3. She's like, when were they? And I just started naming rehearsals, like just guessing based on when I knew that the multipurpose room was free. So I was like, they must have been in here then. And I like named enough and either she couldn't remember or I was right. And she was just like, all right, well, you have to know the words if you're going to perform. We got there to the performance. I did not know the words, but I would mouth them. I did a lot of peas and carrots. And I had a lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
But I could tell she was like squinting at me like, you weren't in this fucking choir.
You know, I hadn't thought about this in a long time, but I scammed my way into the National Honor Society when I was in high school. Because I had friends who were on the National
guy
Honor
I know.
Society. And I just started going to the meetings like as a goof.
Yeah.
When they would, like their club would meet. And then eventually, my girlfriend was, this is when I was a junior and my girlfriend was a senior. And I said I wanted to go to the graduation, but there's no, they only have tickets for family members.
Yeah.
And I said, is there any way that I could go to the guy the priest who was in charge of the National Honor Society? And he said, well, do you have your National Honor Society pin? And I said, I lost mine. And he said, all right, wear this. Here's a new one. Wear this. And then you can come in and here's where you can be and everything. And then I was just on it. So like I'm in the picture and everything in the yearbook.
You're in the picture.
Wow.
Yeah. But I also, that same year, I was big on jumping into the pictures of clubs that I was not in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
So I've been like 4 or 5 that I'm not in.
I did that too.
Tawny, now that we've gotten the conversation back to me, I'm going to turn away from you.
Thank you.
And look at this gentleman. It is his first time on the show. Like Dan, like Tawny, you can see him on Bajillion Dollar Properties, CISO.com. Seasons 1, 2, and 3 are available now. Please welcome, and Mano, I'm realizing I've never said your last name out loud.
That's okay. Let's see what happens.
Nucleosis.
Mano.
Do you want me to say it for you?
No, I don't. I want to try.
Try. Who cares? So what? Who cares?
Mano Agapion?
Close.
What is it?
Agapion.
Agapion. Whenever I write your name, I have to go back and fix it because I transpose the A and the O all the time.
No, it's very.
Is that a very common thing?
It's very common.
Okay.
Yes, it's very common because my last name is like half Greek, possibly seemingly Armenian. It's all over the map.
Say it one more time. Your full name.
Mano Agapion.
Mano Agapion is here,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
Mano, what a treat to have you here at last.
Oh, my treat.
We had so much fun on Bajillion Dollar Properties.
So much fun. I got to say really stupid things next to you.
That's right. Mano and I got to do many scenes together as Dean Rosedragon and his manservant Stavros. And just ridiculous.
It was
ridiculous.
Insane. We ruined a lot of takes because you called me Mono.
I couldn't because I would look at your face and it's there's Mono. There's Mono.
Stavros is just an extension of me.
Right.
He really is. He's just a little subservient little man slave.
Mono, how did you find out about sex?
Oh gosh, I remember actually. I remember. Okay, here's what it was. I had a Greek family, and they got Greek TV. And to get Greek TV, you have to get a satellite dish, a huge 90s satellite dish. And to get the Greek TV package, you buy everything else. Like, that's just how it works. In order to get that tier, you've bought into everything else. So my parents had a satellite TV with every channel, like Cinemax East, West.
Cinemax East.
Cinemax World.
Oh, I'm glad we got
Cinemax
the East Coast
3.
feed.
Absolutely. And they...
I want to know what happens in 9.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, I love to be done jerking off by 5:30 p.m.
And there was like a soft core series called Emmanuel.
Absolutely.
You remember Emmanuel?
Emmanuel was a thing that when I was around that age, I could not see. I didn't know anyone who had this, but I knew of it.
Yeah. And
it
I
was
had
very
just
tantalizing.
Unfettered access to all kinds of Cinemaxes and all kinds of Emmanuels, whether they be in space
That's right.
or medieval France. And I was just like, wow, I am seeing this, and this is awesome.
Did Emmanuel ever go to the hood?
I don't know if he ever met up with Leprechaun in the hood.
That would be quite a crossover.
That's the crossover we've all been waiting for.
Did your parents know that this softcore porn and probably regular porn was on their television?
I think so. But at that point, like, I'm the youngest by a lot.
Yeah.
So my parents had been parenting for 20 plus years at that point. So
They gave up.
they just gave up. With me, they were just like, whatever, dude. Just don't kill anybody. And luckily, I was a very risk-averse child. Like, I was scared of outdoors and going on walks. I was scared of everything.
I was number 5 out of 6, and I feel like by the time your parents get to that, they're so hands off that it kind of makes you more responsible. It's not like I was like an angel or anything, but I never had a curfew. I never had anything like that. And I was a pretty good kid. Like, I didn't drink or smoke until I got out of high school.
Yeah.
It was just like I think because they were so hands off, it demystified everything.
Totally. And my brother was the one making all the fuck ups.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like, I kept watching him and learning lessons vicariously of like, oh, I don't want to do that.
How many kids in your family?
I'm the 4th.
Wow.
So four of us.
Wow. Oh, you were the baby.
I was the baby by a lot, yeah.
Were you treated like the baby?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was the unabashed favorite. And my siblings didn't envy that. Because my mom's like very emotional and very doting.
Right.
Where they were like, cool, you can have all that extra attention.
Just from a couple Instagram posts I've seen, your mom seems like a real handful.
She's a diva. Yeah. She's a really fun diva. I always say she's a drag queen trapped in a real woman's body.
All right, guys, we have to take a break. During the break, we will find out what our Twitter friends have come up with us for a location. If you would like to submit a location for Spontaneanation, follow @Spontaneanation on Twitter. We send out a prompt, and then we look and see what people have for us. Okay? It's very simple, guys. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll reveal our Twitter location, and then we will do our improv. All this and nothing else when Spontaneanation continues. Returns. Hey, what up, what up? Are you a fan of Hollywood Handbook? Check out Hollywood Masterclass with Shonk Lemons. Shonk Lemons. SHONKLEMONS. Okay. On Stitcher Premium. That's Hollywood Masterclass with Shonk Lemons on Stitcher Premium. In Hollywood Masterclass, Shonk Lemons guides Hollywood Handbook recurring guest Bang Rajman through the world of the artist, and they don't let up until they've completed their contractual agreement. This all seems very sketchy to me, like fishy. You won't want to miss this 6-episode Stitcher Premium exclusive. To hear the trailer and start your free trial, just go to stitcherpremium.com/masterclass and use promo code SPONT, S-P-O-N-T, at checkout to get a 1-month free trial. That is stitcherpremium.com/masterclass and use promo code SPONT. This might be a scam. I mean, ads don't get much more fun than that. Products. By products and services. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have our location. We're ready to begin our improv. But first, just so you know, in order to move us about, in order to aid us in our storytelling, we use 3 sound effects that move us about in time. Let's say we want to travel into the past for some reason. Someone's having a memory. We're learning how something came to be. We will use this flashback sound effect. That takes us into the past. Let's say we want to return from the flashback to the present day or travel into the mysterious future. We'll use this flash forward sound effect. Then we're back to the present or the future. Let's say we're in the present. We want to find out what's happening at the exact same time. This one moves us only in space. It's a meanwhile, if you will. Whoosh! We're over there. We moved in space on a time. Past. Present. Future. You get it.
Yeah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to reveal our location provided to us by Jessica Feist Hill. There's a hyphen in her name. Respect. That location is Highway Cleanup. Highway Cleanup. We take you now to Highway Cleanup.
You know, people who smoke cigarettes
Yeah.
are the world's worst litterers.
You're so right. You know what else?
What?
People who don't smoke cigarettes probably also litter a lot.
Based on today,
Yeah?
I agree.
Thank you so much.
It's fucking.
Oh, it's just like,
This is gross.
it's like, why even have roads if people are just gonna throw shit on them?
I don't know. I don't know. We
Right?
don't deserve roads. We don't deserve roads.
No, we're a stupid nation of idiots who just like eat burgers and smoke whatever and then throw it on the ground like trash. Like it's like it's trash.
We're trash.
We're the trash. We should throw ourselves on the ground.
Well, now, how is the highway cleanup going?
I guess.
Are you using your pointy sticks to pick up trash?
Mr. Piccadilly, will you please?
Yeah.
What? I'm here to oversee you to make sure you're filling out your community service.
Mr. Piccadilly, your linen white suit is blinding me in this hot sun.
Well, it is a sunny day. What am I to do?
I don't know, but my brother and I have been doing this for what feels like 48 years, and we're just like kind of sick of it. Can we go soon, please?
Oh, I wish I could dismiss you, but I'm afraid your crimes are too egregious. You showed some Cinemax softcore pornography to a child.
We were trying to teach him.
Also, it was ironic. No one watches Cinemax anymore. The internet. Hello. Okay, so thank you for coming to our testing of our new salon series. We're going to be doing at Beauty Bar later this month.
Little kid.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
So have a seat. Pretend like you're like a douchebag wearing a scarf and a fedora, and just give us some feedback on our new series.
Oh, Okay. I need to be back. My mom is trying clothes
really quick,
on.
shut up.
Shut your face.
Shut up.
Just shut your little kid face.
Let us teach you something.
Yeah. This is vintage sad guy porn. Here we go.
Ooh, ah.
What'd you think?
Yeah, what'd you think of that clip?
I want my mommy.
What's going on in here? Michael, Michelle. You kids are in trouble.
Why?
And then we were prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
That's right. We've never had 10-year-old children sentenced to community service before.
Yeah, well, we should have thought of that, I guess, before we moved to this stupid place, right? Seems like that's
Here
the
in
problem.
Kansas, it's a really big crime.
What's wrong with Kansas?
Mr. Piccadilly, you
I'm
embody what's wrong with
I
Kansas.
am born and raised here in Kansas, and I'm a proud Kansan.
And you're not from any Creole.
What?
You have no Creole origin.
I'm a Midwestern boy, born and raised. I'm proud to be a flat state Kansas boy.
Because you pick your teeth with the antennae of a crawfish.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And
You call it a crawdaddy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
call it a crawl daddy because that's what it does. It's a daddy that crawls around.
This feels like you're exposing children to pornography or something.
What's that, child?
Whatever you said we did, I was trying to do a sick burn and say that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're very impudent children, although you are adorable, identical twins.
Thank you so
you.
much. Our mom was like, I'm having twins or I'm not doing this at all.
Oh, speaking of your mother, here she comes right now.
Oh, great.
Well. Are you proud of yourselves?
Mom, why are you here?
Are you proud of yourselves?
Mom.
No, we're not proud.
I want to see that you apologize for what you did.
To who? To you or to that stupid little dumb kid?
He's not a stupid little dumb kid.
How do
He's
you
your
know?
cousin.
Oh,
Okay, he's very good at table tennis.
well, that's not a skill.
Oh, it's not a skill.
That's a secret.
But showing him how old people... I don't even want to say it.
What? You're saying he's bridging the gap between an old sport and young people?
You show... What is
We've
it?
gone-
What is that? What is the sun doing to you
We're
people?
it's so hot out here, Mom. We're very confused.
This is your fault.
This is your fault. You raised us wrong.
You and Dad's arranged marriage messed us up.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you something. Arranged marriages, statistically, the rate of divorce is way less than how you people do it now, marrying for love.
How did y'all get married again? Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Thomas. I'll be your husband.
No,
I'm sorry?
I wanted to marry for love.
Oh, I think there's been a miscommunication here. I was assured this was all taken care of.
What? Okay. I think there's been a big mistake here.
Last call. Time to get married. Anyone else?
Come on, we got to do this.
Well, I guess if it's last call.
Last call.
Oh,
Quick, what's your name?
Any more marriages?
Madeline.
Madeline. Okay, let's get this done.
You don't have to go home, but you gotta get married here.
Well, I wasn't all for it.
Well,
But once I was in it, I saw it was the best thing that could have happened to me.
Mom, it sounds like you were held hostage. Don't you want better for your son and daughter?
Yeah, maybe the reason we're so curious about sex is because we never understood how you and Dad did it.
Well, I taught you how it works. You urinate in someone's belly.
Yeah, that doesn't work. We debunked that
Okay.
very quickly.
Okay,
and
you know what? You're of age now. It's time for you to really learn.
Not now.
Yes,
Out here?
right
We're in
now.
public. No.
Oh, Mrs. Chalmers, I
No.
don't know that this is the best idea.
Mr. Piccadilly, it is about time that they learn, and you're going to help me.
Me?
Yes.
Well, did you tell him about the man? He urinates inside the woman.
Okay,
No,
neither
they're-
of you understand how it works. You can't teach us. You don't have you either of you ever even had sex?
Well,
I-
certainly not with each other.
Right?
We're not having an affair.
Not at all.
Mrs. Chalmers is a married woman, and I'm an officer of the court.
And he's from Kansas.
I'm from Kansas, and you notoriously do not care for the Kansas man.
Hang on a second. I need to talk to my brother in our secret twin language, which you don't understand. Hey, bro.
What's up?
I feel like these two are like the worst liars, right?
Yeah, like even worse than like movie liars.
Yeah.
Sounds like gibberish to me.
You know, like in a movie when someone's like, me? I couldn't possibly. And you're like, that guy's lying.
Yeah. It seems like they don't have the ability to hide their feelings, though it should be easily done.
Right. Like we are children.
No idea what they're saying.
We're very small children. They should be able to lie to us more easily. And so I'm worried how they've gotten through life. A little bit. Yeah.
Should we confront them?
Yeah. Let's do it. Okay.
Now, as I was saying, we've never met before. Is that correct, madam?
Not at all, Mr.
We
Senator.
suspect malfeasance.
What a big word for such a small child.
Where did you learn that word?
The encyclopedia.
It's like the internet, but dusty.
We had to learn everything from the encyclopedia, Mom. And I think you guys are lying. Lying.
We spilled it out. He literally spilled it out.
That's amazing.
Tell us. It's okay. It makes sense for you to have an affair since you were married to a man you don't know.
Yeah, we support that.
Well,
Madeline, do you think it's time that these children know the truth?
I think maybe it is.
All right, you start, and then I will take over, and then toss it on back to you.
Tell us when you guys first met.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras! Woo!
What a strange and wicked city this is compared to my Kansas upbringing. Oh, pardon me, ma'am. I did not mean to bump into you. I was jostled by some revelers.
Hello.
Hey, hello, how do you do?
I'm doing great. I'd love some of those beads.
Oh, what a beautiful accent. Are you a native New Orleans?
I'm not. I'm from Brooklyn.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Kansas City, Kansas.
You sound like you're from here.
Really? I've never been told that before. It's something new that I've never heard.
Oh, it's an exotic accent.
Oh, look at that! We got an upcoming marriage, I see. Ma'am, you took his beads, and down here, that means you're his betrothed.
Wait, what?
Is that so? Are you a single lady?
To the courthouse with you.
Oh, not
You're twice married?
against my will both times.
She is a lady bigamist.
Oh.
Although we have come to have a romantic understanding. Is that not correct, Madeline?
Yes, it is. Where we enjoy each other's company. We still have not had sex.
We have not consummated the marriage, no.
Oh.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Why not?
Do you know what consummated means, children?
Yeah. C-O-N-S.
Not how to spell it. Do you know what it means?
No one asked.
That's how we learned.
That's how we learned.
Oh.
Because we learned everything in a book, so we had to know how to spell it before we learned what it meant.
Yeah.
So cut us some friggin' slack.
Yeah, we're
Educated,
10-year-old
homeschooled fucking children.
And now we're doing community surveys.
yeah, we're
language.
enslaved children. We're not supposed to be doing highway cleanup. We're minors. What kind of medieval bullshit is this?
Well, the reason I sent you here is because I wanted you to spend some time with my second husband.
Are you our real dad? Can we just like cut to the Chevy Chase?
What an arcane reference for a 10-year-old child.
Note taken.
Uh,
I have an old soul. It's hard to get out from under it.
You're obviously very precocious, the two of you.
Yeah.
In answer to your query, as a matter of fact, although we have not consummated our relationship,
Oh, right.
yes, I am your biological natural father.
That explains all the
What?
turkey basters in Mom's bedroom.
Yeah.
They were anniversary gifts. I thought she collected them. They're from all the 50 states.
So you are our biological father.
Yes, I
But
am.
you did not do it via normal intercourse.
No, we did not.
Hey there, what brings you to this truck stop here in Vermont?
Well, I'm looking for an anniversary gift for my secret wife. She's a lady bigamist.
Okay, sounds
And
great.
we've never had sexual intercourse, but I do want to be a father, and she wants to be a mother.
Sounds great. Silver or platinum?
Ooh, platinum. It's the 5th anniversary.
Lovely.
And that trucker gave us 2 children.
He doesn't seem like a big part of this story.
Well, he's
but-
the one that sold me the turkey baster.
Oh, okay.
And then I, of course, I allowed my ejaculate to fill a beaker, which I left over from my previous job as a scientist. Then, using the turkey baster, we were able to inseminate your mother with my seed, and now you are my children. What's the matter?
I don't know.
I thought you kids were all about the facts of life.
I don't know. I've never seen that show clearly because I'm very young and I'm staying on brand.
Oh, I guess you only like hearing this story when soft jazz is playing in the background. And there's a flimsy adventure story wrapped around it.
Yeah, it's vintage. It's cool.
I could only assume it's about taking the bad and taking the good in life.
There's more to life than just taking the good and the bad.
And in our life, it was a turkey baster.
That's right.
And it was a turkey baster that actually had BPA in the plastic. And now I'm sterile.
It's correct.
But you were the last things that came out of me. And I love you for that.
That's great. I feel like this highway is a dangerous place to be having this conversation.
This is a terrible place to be learning who my true father is.
But look, let me confer with my brother again on our secret twin language.
No.
Okay.
I don't like hearing this. It always creeps me out.
Hey, bro.
Hey, what's up?
I just keep thinking, like, okay, they're being honest with us now, but, like, who's
is
to say
this,
they
a
won't
rival?
lie again?
Yeah. But aren't we a little bit of hypocrites? Because we have that other terrible secret.
I wish I could decipher.
Oh, you're right. Our other terrible
there was-
secret that only our cousin in
We have
Qatar knows
a
about.
whiteboard. We can
Yeah.
try to figure it
I
out.
think it's time we tell them too, because they're pretty cool
It's
about
like
telling us the whole
Homeland, when
parent
she
thing.
has all the pieces of
You're
paper.
right.
Friends,
and the-
yeah.
Hey, have you seen Homeland?
No,
It's
I
so
thought I heard
good.
the word home.
I'm a little like intimidated because everyone's like, "Oh, you have to start at the beginning," and that's like a big commitment.
You kind of do.
Are y'all still having
sorry.
an on-topic discussion?
Yes, we got a little sidetracked by Homeland. And
Yeah.
I did hear Homeland.
Oh, we were talking about Homeland too.
So we're not so obviously we're related.
You see?
Okay.
Or we're
Look,
just white people.
We're all very white. Okay,
We're
that's
all lily white,
Just like
Kansas people.
alabaster.
That's right.
ew. We come from Kansas. Okay,
Ew.
listen.
You come from good Kansas stock, boy.
I have the turkey baster. I kept the turkey baster to prove it.
I still doubt that you come from Kansas.
What?
You're literally wearing like a masquerade mask.
What on earth would give you the idea that I'm not a proud son of Kansas?
There's beignet dust all over your right pocket.
What a nosy child.
And you're wearing a t-shirt that says voodoo, don't. Which I don't even get that pun. frankly.
Underneath it says Voodoo Berry was a lady, and I definitely don't get that again because I'm very young. And how would I even know that?
That is an arcade reference to an old black and white movie.
Look, we have a secret too.
What? It's child secrets.
Child secrets.
Yeah.
We only twin secrets to be exact.
Oh,
you
it
don't-
gets worse.
You don't have any secrets with us. We're your parents.
Family don't have no secrets.
Yeah, we're about to air it right now.
I'm gonna hear it right now. Well, when we were horny little 9-year-olds, we
Oh, you had a visceral reaction to that, child.
I hate that word.
we both got
What's wrong with horny?
Oh, it's so
Well,
gross.
Horny?
here's
You
the
don't
problem.
like horny?
No, it's
What's-
worse when you say it.
When I say horny,
Yeah, your voice is weird.
Horny is just a word.
I think
sound
you're
like a
both saying
puppet.
It's
wonderfully.
a
Horny.
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 Michael.
Horny.
Oh, stop, everyone.
Horny.
Oh, God.
Well, listen.
Make people drive off the road.
Anyway, what's your point about the horniness?
we got a mild case of chlamydia from humping the leg of a chair.
Is it benign or malignant?
Benign.
How benign?
It's very benign. Like,
Very benign?
yeah, like only benign-year-olds get it. So it's basically not existent in adults.
How
Right.
dare you object to the word horny and then say such a thing?
It's literally benign for people who are only 9 years old. It's
Yeah.
a type of chlamydia you can only get before developing into full puberty.
Is that? Hold on. Is that what benign means?
I mean, they might be right. I've never read the
Yeah, you have to be
I
nice.
almost said the
have to be
Wikipedia.
That makes sense. We went to schools here in Kansas.
Kansas schools are the best schools.
Are they?
How dare
Okay, kids, and today we're supposed to do a little bit of history.
Is it going to be about the Wizard of Oz again?
Well, we did cover that yesterday, but there's still a lot more of Wizard of Oz we have to catch up on.
I hate this. You're stupid. I'm going to the Missouri side
What?
of Kansas City.
And that's how Dorothy got back home.
Why are you telling us that story? This isn't a history class, son.
I was just remembering a thing from my class.
When Michael gets nervous, he just tells the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
All the time.
Sorry.
Everybody knows the Wizard of Oz is the first thing you learn in Kansas history class.
Yeah, we all know that. We all
Yeah,
understand.
we all learned it.
That's right.
That's why we didn't learn to spell, and we had to learn it from an encyclopedia.
ENCYCLOP
Oh, good.
EDIA.
That's the first time you've gotten it.
That
Congratulations.
checks out.
That's very impressive.
What the fuck were we talking about? Did you have a thing that you wanted to tell us?
We just told you we had
about our
benign.
Oh, you got benign chlamydia. I'm sorry. You wasted all that time going through the entire story of the Wizard of Oz. We were silent for the whole retelling, and so I forgot.
Well, I just feel like you really stole our thunder.
You did. But what's really important is that
Wait a minute. What thunder did we steal? Your big
Where were you
reveal.
going?
The big reveal that your children who have chlamydia.
I just feel like, this always happens to us. Like,
Yeah.
well, for instance, Mom, you stole our thunder when it was we were about to graduate kindergarten.
Oh.
And you stole our thunder by going into that coma.
Mom, wake up.
Mom, wake up.
Mom, wake up.
Kids. Your mother's in a coma. She's in an 8-day coma.
You don't seem like our real dad.
What?
Yeah.
Our marriage is drawn up, nice and legal. Absolutely. I am your legal father.
But you just preface everything with like us. You call us legal children.
You legal kids are driving me crazy today. Now, your
Dad.
legal mother is in a coma, and she'll be in it for another 4 days. Okay, we're halfway there. This is the hump day for the
I
coma.
don't understand how we know it's finite.
Yeah. Why can't we just make it 0 days if we know?
That wasn't the arrangement. I've already said too much.
Yeah, Mom, that was really rude of you.
Yeah, we were graduating kindergarten.
Yeah. We did Itsy Bitsy Spider in front of strangers.
You think I had control over my coma?
Your mother did not intend to be in that 8-day coma. She was put into it by legal beans.
Sorry?
By what?
By legal beans.
By Liga Beans?
Lick a bean.
You can't understand my thick Kansas accent.
Liga Beans?
Your mother was put into the coma by legal means.
You're shrinking as you talk.
Oh no!
So small.
You're getting.
It's happening again.
Oh no!
Frederick, drink some water. Frederick, drink some water.
Disappearing in your giant suit. Oh, there you go.
I know what this is. This is that Gulf of Mexico syndrome.
Zika?
Oh yeah, some people call it Zika, but I call it Gulf of Mexico syndrome.
It's true, I do suffer from GOMS.
Usually affecting people who are from somewhere near New Orleans.
Fine, if you must know.
This information, the Bureau appreciates it.
I just want to save my country. What's my cover story?
Well, we're going to send you to Kansas.
Kansas, the state?
Yes, and you're going to pretend to be a Kansasian.
Well, what kind of accent do they have? Is it specific?
Well, we had someone who was supposed to teach you the accent, but she's in a coma right now.
Oh, for how long?
8 days.
Oh, we got to go right now.
We got to get you there right now. So just make sure, no beignets, no voodoo t-shirts, and
Can I wear my dazzling white suit?
no, definitely not.
All right, I agree to your terms.
Good luck out there.
Oh, I won't need luck. I'm going to blend right in.
Hey, I wish I was,
What's that?
well, I wish I was working for the FBI,
Ah,
see?
me too. I have too much of an old-timey New York accent.
Me
see?
too, they wouldn't take me, see?
Pardon me, FBI agent coming through.
What? What was happening?
Our thunder was being stolen.
Oh, wait.
I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I suffer from Gulf of Mexico syndrome. And yes, I am from New Orleans.
We all, yeah.
Wait,
well,
and-
thank you. We knew.
And you're our dad.
All of you knew all of it, and I'm your biological
Okay,
father.
that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Makes so much sense now.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
That makes so much sense. It explains everything.
Yeah.
Instead of a butt, I only poop jambalaya.
Instead of a butt.
What?
Son,
Break that down. For
Is that separate? Is that a separate thing? Is
Yeah.
that not a thing?
I don't think that's related to.
Oh, but
Right.
I only poop jambalaya.
I don't.
As in, you should normally poop butts?
Butts?
I hate you, Mom.
I don't know how benign this chlamydia is. I feel like it's eating your
Oh
brain.
no.
Well, we don't really have it anymore because now we're 10.
It only affects benign year-olds.
But the
I forgot.
the
That was
results
not what
could
I
have
was going
been
back for.
the results could have been
Yeah, here we
far-reaching.
are. The results.
God, I hope they make a movie about our story one day.
I hope they do too.
Our brave.
Our brave twin story. There aren't enough cool twin stories out there about kids with STDs forced to do highway work.
No.
Kids, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Madeline, let's pack up the car. We're going to Hollywood.
Hollywood!
We
Tinseltown.
we wanted you kids to learn a lesson, and I feel like it's safe to say, lesson learned.
Yay!
Hey, so you mean we don't have to pay for our crime of showing an underage child porn?
In Hollywood, it's welcomed.
That's exactly right. They're sick and depraved out there.
All
I'm
right.
gonna try to make money off of it.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't wait to pitch this story to Hollywood's hottest exec.
Woohoo! I've got a general at True.
Hi, welcome to True TV. Thank you for joining us. We don't usually take whole families, but
We're horny.
And I don't like that word.
sign right here.
Okay.
And it all happened in a place called Spontaneanation. Dan Ahdoot, where can people find you should you wish to be found, and what would you like to promote?
My everything is at Stand Up Dan. That's my everything. And
Stand Up Dan is my everything.
and watch Bajillion Dollar Properties on CISO.com.
Tawny Newsome, same thing.
Stand Up Dan is my everything, but my handles are Tawny Newman on Twitter and Instagram. You see, so also if you have Amazon, right? If you're Amazon Prime, you can watch it
There's
Yes.
through there.
so many different platforms.
So many ways.
Xbox and Apple TV and
it
all this
out.
stuff. Come on. Bajillion Dollar Properties. If you want to see it, there's a way to see it, guys, unless you
can
live in Canada or the UK.
figure it out.
It's that we already know. Stop. Don't yell at us about it. We already know.
We're
We know.
mad
We know.
too.
We're mad too. We
think-
want you to have it.
You think I wasn't in another country trying to watch season 2 of our shit and being like, well, I can't even watch. I'm on the damn show, so we know. We get it. Man.
Yeah, pipe down, Canadians. All
No,
these
no, no,
angry,
no.
all these angry Canadians. Like, excuse me, can we like watch your show
Dan,
in our
you always
country?
take it too far.
Is that okay?
Always too far.
Always too far, Dan.
Wow.
Mano Agapion.
You said it.
Yay! What are your things?
That's my things. I'm at Mano Agapion on the internets. And yeah, watch me in season 3 of Bajillion Dollar Properties.
That's right.
Being a lunatic.
He's so funny.
It's fun. I had so much fun being around all you guys there. What a fun
ya.
time.
Here's to more fun times in season 4.
Yeah.
Amen.
And possibly more Stavros. We'll see.
Oh, stay tuned, everybody. Eban Schletter. Check him out, ebanschletter.com. Check out Eban's podcast, Eban Schletter's Fantastic Musicorium. How do you find Eban Schletter information? By spelling Eban Schletter's name into the internet, and it's easy to do. Just watch. EBANSCHLETTER. As for me, I want you to watch Bajillion Dollar Properties on CISO.com. Guys, it is my favorite thing that I've ever been involved in. That is not hyperbole. It is true. So much fun, such funny people, the show really makes me laugh after the fact, not just while I'm doing it, but later when I'm looking at it. It's a really, really funny show that I'm very proud to be a part of. Please do watch it. Check it out if you haven't checked it out. It's a good thing. Also, we're going to be in Brooklyn, New York, November 12th, Sunday, November 12th, Spontaneanation Live with our friends Eugene Cordero, Little Janet Varney, and Tawny Newsome. That's me. There are, as of this recording, tickets still available for our late show at the Bell House. Go to paulftompkins.com/live for all ticket links. I love you. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting the podcast. Thank you to Engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Praesentia!
We are excited to announce the launch of Stitcher Premium. It is the new subscription service that brings all of your favorite free and premium podcasts together under one roof.
Here's the deal.
Yes. Explain the deal to me.
With Stitcher Premium, you get access to the same exciting content as Howl.
More than 250 hours of exclusive original shows.
That's so awesome.
I know, right?
More than 120 comedy albums and free archives and bonus episodes.
So, where's Richard Simmons? Where do we start?
If you're a Howl subscriber, this is great news.
With Stitcher Premium, you no longer have to switch apps to listen to premium content.
You can listen to the exclusive Howl shows you love in Stitcher alongside your favorite free podcasts. Your Howl account info like favorites and playlists and your listening history can easily be transferred over to Stitcher.
Musical guest.
To learn more about Stitcher Premium, just go to stitcher.com/premium.
Stay flippy.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Chris Bannon, Colin Anderson, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.